Why, hi there. You guessed it. It's time once again for One Man Show. I'm your Z-Man, Z Zoltai. Since 1989, the first robotics competition has grown from the initial 28 teams it started out with to over 1,100 teams today. Over 85% of these high school robotics teams and their corporate sponsors, as well as corporate mentors, stay involved year after year. I want you to stay put tonight for the next 30 minutes because First Robotics, the Buckeye Regional, is loaded in the computer and ready to go. One Man Show starts now. It's terrific that you could tune in once again to One Man Show. I have a terrific episode all ready to go for you here this evening. It's about robotics. Well, robotics, you might be wondering, what the heck is it? Well, it's a unique varsity sport of the mind, and it's designed to help high school age young people discover just how interesting and rewarding the world of engineers as well as researchers can truly be. Why is it unique? Well, it's a sport where the participants play with the pros and learn from the best in the engineering fields and from their corporate sponsors. They get to design and build a robot that's unique to the specifications that's set forth. But first, before we get into the competition and learn more about robotics, here's John Hairston of NASA at the Lewis Research Center, and he's going to introduce one of Northeast Ohio's very own, Shuttle Astronaut Don Thomas. Here's John Hairston introducing Don Thomas next here on One Man Show.
But he's also an all-around good guy. He's from Cleveland, Ohio. He graduated from Case Western Reserve, and he has flown 4 missions for NASA. I would like to introduce to you Mr. Don Thomas, who is an astronaut at NASA. Mr. Thomas.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, it is really a great honor for me to be here today, and I'm glad I can share in a lot of this excitement, and I hope we can harness some of this energy and launch a few more rockets here for NASA. But I grew up here locally, as John told you. I grew up in Cleveland Heights. It's just about 5 miles down the road here. I went to Case Western Reserve University right down the road, and I took some classes at Cleveland State when I was in town here. I wanted to tell you, I wanted to be an astronaut since I was about 5 years old. Back in 1961, I was in kindergarten here in town, and I watched in my school gymnasium, sitting on the floor, I watched a small black and white TV monitor when Alan Shepard, the first American, went into space. And I said, I want to do that. I was only 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. I didn't know much about it at all, but it looked like a lot of fun. The next year, John Glenn went into space, and the first American to orbit the Earth, and I watched his launch in my school as well. I went back to my classroom and remember looking out the window. I had a desk right along the windows there, and I looked out the window hoping I'd see John Glenn's capsule passing overhead. Little did I know he wasn't passing over Cleveland that day, and even if he had, I wouldn't be able to see him. But that was the start of my dream to go into space. And I never let go of that dream my whole life. When I was in elementary school, middle school, and high school, I always wanted to be an astronaut. That was in the back of my head, and it always drove me. I went to college and got a degree in physics, and then got advanced degrees in engineering from Cornell University. And finally, in 1990, after applying for the astronaut program 4 times, I got selected to be an astronaut. And I think we have a picture here to show you a slide of my first launch. Thank you. You know, I was 5 or 6 years old when I first had the dream of becoming an astronaut. I was 39 years old the first time I launched into space. So I'd encourage all of you, keep working hard at what you're doing here today, and you can have your dreams come true as well. I've flown the 4 missions. I've traveled nearly 20 million miles during those flights, and I think I've gone around the Earth about 600 times. And I've seen a lot of amazing sights from space. I've been able to see the top of Mount Everest, and not many people get to look down and see the top of it. I got there the easy way, just flying overhead about 200 miles up, but I've got to see a lot of amazing things. And you're going to see a lot of amazing things in your careers as well. And one message I want to leave you with is, you are the next generation of explorers here. I've been an astronaut. Yeah, let's give him a hand here. It's you guys. I've been an astronaut about 16 years, and I'm just about done with my career flying in space. But you are the next generation. You're the next generation of explorers. You're the next generation of scientists, engineers, teachers, lawyers, doctors. This is our next generation here. And very soon, we're going to be turning over this torch of exploration to you guys. And it is going to be somebody in your generation who will be the first person to set foot on Mars in about 25 years from now. It won't be an astronaut like me. I'll be an old retired astronaut sitting in a rocking chair at that point. But it's going to be somebody in your generation, 25 or 30 years from now, will be the first human to set foot on Mars. And that's just going to be an amazing achievement. I will sit there with a little smile on my face, knowing that I possibly saw some of you folks there who are participating in that endeavor. So what you are going to learn and what you're doing here today is really going to help you in the rest of your career. I know you all know how important robots are to the NASA mission. We currently have 2 robotic explorers on the surface of Mars. We have Opportunity and Spirit that have been roving there, I think, a little over 2 years already. And just, I think later on today, NASA has a new satellite called the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter that will go into orbit around the planet Mars. We're going to be searching for future landing sites that we'll be sending other robots to in the future to explore. And this will also help us pick our landing sites for the future crews, which are you guys going to Mars in the future there. So let me just close by saying keep up the hard work. I know you worked a lot. You had to work hard to get here today. Keep up that hard work. Keep your eyes on the stars. And most of all, have a lot of fun here today and tomorrow. And I wish all the teams great success. And I look forward to going around and meeting with most of you later this morning. So good luck to everybody here. Thank you.
How about Don Thomas? Our competition certainly wouldn't be a competition without enforcement of rules, and to enforce those rules we have. How about that? Shuttle astronaut Don Thomas. Now it's time to take a look at just how the robotics competition will be scored. Keep an eye here now for the next couple of minutes as the scoring is explained.
Each match is played by 2 3-team alliances, a red alliance and a blue alliance. The objective of the game is simple. Shoot, push, or roll as many of the 80 balls through your opponent's goals and end the match with your robots on the platform in front of your alliance station. The playing field has 3 goals at each end of the field. 2 1-point low corner goals open to human and robot scoring, and 1 3-point upper center goal exclusive for robot scoring. Above the center goals are illuminated green targets, which may be used by the robot's automated vision system to determine range and location of the goal. Each 2-minute 10-second match begins with a 10-second autonomous period where robots compete using pre-programmed instructions. Each robot can begin with up to 10 balls in their possession. The highest scoring alliance during the autonomous period earns a 10-point bonus and moves on to defense for the second period of the match. Human players now step forward to take over the controls for the remaining 2 minutes of the match. In this case, the Blue Alliance robots are on offense and will attempt to score through any of their opponent's goals. The Red Alliance robots will attempt to defend these goals to prevent the Blue robots from scoring. Robots can restock their supply of balls by either picking them up from the field or receiving them directly from human players. At all times during this period, 1 robot from the defending alliance must remain at the opposing end of the field and cannot cross the midfield line. During the third period, gameplay is reversed. The offensive alliance now goes on defense, and vice versa. Robots must be robust to withstand impacts from other robots and the occasional flying ball. During the final 40-second period of the match, all goals are open for scoring. Teams try to increase their point total, yet allow enough time to return to their own end of the playing field and park as many of their robots on the platform or ramp for additional points. In this match, Red wins the 10-point autonomy bonus. Each alliance gets 1 point for every ball in a corner goal and 3 points for every ball in a center goal. Red has all 3 robots on the platform for a 25-point bonus and wins the match 74-70. Good luck, teams.
Well, how about that? That wasn't too hard to follow. That's how the scoring's done for tonight's robotics competition. Let's make our way into the pits now to check out some of the teams as they prepare their robots for competition. But before we go into the pits, we have to observe all safety regulations, not only while we're in the pit area, but also while we're down on the arena floor, or if me or Jean or any of the volunteers are down while the competition's taking place. You always have to have your safety goggles on. Let's go now into the pit area and check out the teams preparing their robots.
This shirt is taken out with you.
One of these boxes.
Yeah, we tried that last year. We got big trouble. On the bottom, we really don't have. It's forced right here. Okay, I just need to know if there's anything that stands outside.
There's a technical.
Are you still using mine? I want to.
Mandy, do you have a ranking thing so I can see what's our top team?
Position, blocking the far side corner goal and chasing the Bears back across the center line. 6 seconds remaining in this period. Period ends. And we now move into our fourth. We've got the word that they're ready. When we get this match in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, begin! Point after unanswered point. Look at this!
And the third member of our Blue Alliance gave me this wonderful vest to wear. Team Phoenix, squad number 703.
They're out of Saginaw, Michigan, sponsored by Delphi and the Saginaw Career Complex. You said it. Please welcome Team Phoenix.
Final check with our judges. We are good to go. The robots are in place. Red Alliance, are you ready to begin? Blue Alliance, are you ready to do battle? And so are we. In 3, 2, and 1. Begin!
That trumpet means that we've got 10 seconds of autonomous operation. The Phoenix is out first. Look at it go, making its way up to the red platform, right in front of that big Blue Alliance goal as time for the first period expires. Now time for our human players to take direct control of their robots, and they do so. 40 seconds of operations now under human guided control. Chosen at random, the Red Alliance will begin on offense. Team number 48, that's a Delphi Elite, launching ball after ball towards the goal. Looks like its targeting is just off, and look at this great defensive play by the rookies. They've got their robot out there trying to make a tang. 3-point goal scored. Errant balls flying left and right now. Final few seconds of the second period. And now it's time for the Blue Alliance to go on offense. Let's see what these teams have. Holy smoly! Did you see that? Team number 48, that's a Delphi Elite. They had an answer for Team Phoenix. They knocked them flat on their back. Still plenty of time left in this period. Plenty of time for the Blue Alliance to score some points. But the main scoring member of that alliance, 703, has got some serious challenges. Back to action, center field now. Blue Alliance, that's team number 970, the Shaw Megabots, trying to catapult some balls to the center goal. We're now in our final period. This is the fourth period. All 6 goals are now active. Plenty of action far side of the field near the corner goal for the Red Alliance. That's 135, and 135 is being challenged by the rookie team, 1747. A close match, folks. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like 135 has found the range. Tossing in 3 3-point goals. Final 2 seconds now, and time expires.
You're watching tonight's episode on First Robotics, the Buckeye Regionals. I'm your host, Z Zoltai. You're watching One Man Show. You've probably already noticed a couple of glimpses of me wearing different costumes in my role as Master of Ceremonies for First Robotics. Well, you know, every so often I have to take off one outfit and put on another, you know, in between the various competitions. And I think all told, I might have had about 31 different costume changes over the 2 days. Everything from this hat to that hat to suspenders to different outfits. Let's take a look now, a couple of the snapshots I took of just a very small sampling of all the different costume changes I had to make as my role as Master of Ceremonies. And you have to be an entertainer, sometimes a comedian. That's tough for me. But let's take a look at these pictures now of some of the get-ups I had to wear. As you can see in this picture, I've got a white lab coat with a bunch of buttons. Now those buttons were given to me by all of the different teams representing their teams or their team names or their robot numbers. This particular jobby here, I combined an Australian Outback hat with the red and black lei, which was, I believe, the Wobots team gave to me. This costume, I had the shield of one of the participating teams to go with a policeman's cap along with the lab jacket with team buttons adorning it for the various robotic crews. Here I'm wearing kind of a hat that looks like something Gilligan wore. Just sit right back and you hear a tale. Now, in addition to the many different costumes, I also got to meet a lot of interesting people. Well, that's enough of the pictures for now. Let's go and talk with some of the area teams that will be participating in the first Robotics Buckeye Regional. Next here, we'll talk with the team from North Royalton, the Golden Bears. After that, we'll also speak with Lorain Admiral King and a couple of the others.
Hi, I'm Mike Kitcho from North Royalton. We're Team 1278. We're really excited with the 2006 first competition. We've really learned a lot about teamwork and working together. This year, our robot, we wanted to get weight down. That was our main goal. So we dropped the base weight by 50%, and so we had a lot more weight to work with on the top. And we wanted to have a good shooter this year, so we wanted to be offense. And we're doing pretty good this year so far. We've got a cheering section this year, which is nice, and let's see.
How about just your teammates for everybody?
All right. This is Mark, one of our big programmers. Gary's another, mainly a welder and a lot of fabrication. Sarana, she just came in this year and she's learned a lot. Phil's another big programmer, and Kevin is another programmer, and he's working on our human player.
We'll be back again next year.
Yes, we will.
So is Admiral King ready to go?
Yes, we are.
No fear, no fear. That's nice. All right.
I'm Travis Azzarello. I'm from LAK, Lorain Admiral King High School, and we're in our pit right now. We're sitting with our robot, sponsored by Nordson. Very nice. We're looking at everything. What sets it apart is it's really fancy, really simple, and it dumps. Ain't it beautiful? I love it. Oh, the Yoda is our good luck charm. Everything we've won, we got it. Everybody loves the Yoda. Gotta love him. That's our team captain. That is Frank Buss. We've got Mark Jones.
Who? Mark Jones.
After Mark, we've got Tyler Tucker. We've got Neil Beaker Franklin. We've got James. Yep, word. And we got Buss.
You're the guy. His real name is Josh. We just call him Buss.
There you go. There's the team. Oh, and we can't forget him, Mr. Emery.
That's our Woody.
Thank you. That is LAK. Thank you very much. What up? The Rambots. Don't forget it.
Time ticking away now for this period. Final seconds. Third period comes to a close. All 6 goals are now active. 1278 got some problem. Radio may have come unplugged. That's going to end their match. Still 4 active robots out there on the playing field. Final seconds now. Blue Alliance has 1 on the platform as time expired. Field reset teams come out. The Alliances come out to collect their robots. Next teams are ready to go out and take the field. Blue Alliance on offense first. Blue Alliance has 2 seconds remaining. And now the Blue Alliance shifts from offense to defense as the Red Alliance has an opportunity to score now. The Rambot is all the way up into the far side corner. The Alliance having some points. Wire strippers have the robot in position. Purely in the defensive stand, just unleashing. But the Rambots are ramming their way out of there. They've got the extreme machine on the run. That referee gets pummeled by a ball. Less than 15 seconds. The Blue Alliance has got 1 robot on the platform. The extreme machine is on the platform.
They got it. They nailed it. Way to go, Midpark.
All three robots on the blue platform at the end of regulation time.
Well, I'm enjoying the competition, and so is my team. We can pretty much do everything we're asked for this year, and I think that we're all enjoying ourselves. Our robot is very good this year. It's better than past years, and as a third-year team, I think that we're doing pretty well. We have a good setup here, and we're all trying our best, so I think that whatever happens in the end, we should do well. My team here, we have Tyler, Ethan, Mrs. Lancaster, one of our team mothers, my co-captain, Ryan Kuchenmeister, and then Chucky. That's right.
What makes your robot unique, maybe more so than the other robots here?
Well, a lot of robots are really tall this year, and they can tip over easy. Though we've been tipping over 1 or 2 times, our robot is shorter than others, and we don't have to, we can push really well as well. So, though there are lots of tall ones, ours isn't that tall. However, it can still push and shoot well. Our autonomous mode is almost perfect. Every once in a while it goes a little haywire, but that's to be expected with machines. Sometimes they break down. We also have airbrush side plating, and well, they've taken a little beating, but other than that, I'm not really sure what else is special. We have 6 wheels, you know.
They're going to do it. Hey! Look at that! Wow, Jean-Dar, that's the first we've seen that yesterday and today.
Great alliance team play there. Cosmos added points down in the far side corner goal. Center field now. Clear that center goal. Team number 141, the robot is down on its side. That's a main score for that Blue Alliance. We'll have to see how they're able to cope with the loss of one of their